Welcome to Streaming Deluxe. My name is Mr. Orange, and today I play Shattered, Tale of the Forgotten King. So I'm testing a review copy that I got from Redlock Studios, but it's not changing my opinion about this game. Alright guys, so Shattered, Tale of the Forgotten King is an RPG adventure game with challenging boss fights and a deep lore inspired by Dark Souls, Shadow of the Colossus and Legacy of Kain. So I don't know if you guys still remember Legacy of Kain. So this was actually a really cool series on the PlayStation back at the time. PlayStation 1 and 2, I guess. Alright, so the release date of Shattered, Tale of the Forgotten King has been the 4th of June now in this year, 2019. So it's developed by Redlock Studio and published by the same. It's at the moment still in early access. And yeah, all over reviews on Steam, 53 reviews at the moment, are mixed. And yeah, so what is maybe more important to talk about is where the early access is going to develop. But before I'm getting into this a bit more in detail, the price at the moment for Shattered, Tale of the Forgotten King is around $21, 21 euros. We have the 0.05 builds. So that's the 0.05 build that I play at the moment. So what is yeah, it's early access, so it's obviously not finished. So what are the developers writing on the Steam store page? So they write they want to gather feedback from the community as soon as possible and take them into account during the development of the game. We'll keep polishing the game and will add more content up to its final release. So, and then they said, how long will it stay in early access? Shattered will stay in early access until it's done. So it will take some time in this case. How is the full version planned to differ from the early access version? We plan to include every area imagined for the game for the release of the game, whereas the early access will only open the doors of the few areas that are done at this stage. We also plan to add a wider variety of foes and bosses, as well as more narrative content and non-playing characters that the player can meet. What is the current state of the early access version? The developers respond the following. We think of the early access as a beta. Most of the fun features are integrated, but some foes, NPCs and areas have not yet been included. You can already explore wide spaces, fight various enemies, level up, discover lots of lore and start piecing together the world of Hypnos past. We plan on including every area imagined for the game's release, while early access will only open the doors of the few areas that are done at this stage. We also plan to add a wider variety of foes, bosses. Alright, we already had this, so they are repeating themselves here. Will the game be priced differently? So price will increase, they say. How are you planning on involving the community? Your feedback, etc. as always. Alright, so I would say I like the atmosphere, the ambience of this game. So it's some sort of a platformer with Dark Souls elements, so that's actually really cool. So that's definitely also a game I should play in 3D and in NVIDIA 3D Vision. I don't know if it supports the native way NVIDIA 3D Vision. So since it's a 2.5D platformer sometimes, so then the camera changes into this angle. This would work perfectly, because then you're actually jumping a bit more precisely in 3D, since you know you have the feeling of death. Yeah. And you know actually where you're jumping. At the moment, I would say gameplay is quite good. It seems to be very easy, so I play here the first level. So I did not really have the impression it was a difficult game. So I could also, I'm doing it later in this gameplay, I make double jumps and then I'm just smashing the enemies. So it's not really that difficult. The enemies are more or less in the first level also the same, so that we might need some more variety. I would say the fact that you can jump, so it's more like a platformer, in comparison now to the Dark Souls games, is giving it a very fresh gameplay. Personally, I think that makes the game a bit more action orientated. So I really enjoyed this. The graphics is, yeah, it's good graphics. Well, it's good graphics, so it's always difficult to say, but it's this color scheme of black, of gray, and then with those strong, bright blue lights. Yeah, it's very artsy. It fits well together. It's well made. So I'm definitely looking forward to the other levels. So if you go on the Steam store page and you check out the game there, you will see also pictures of some other levels. So very interesting actually. So here now I tried to jump, and I was jumping over the platform, and the first time I died in this game, and this should normally not happen, so therefore NVIDIA 3D Vision would be perfect, my friends. Aeon lost, so Aeon is all those elements that I collect, and when I that you see here on the upper left side on the different bars. And yeah, I can level up later my character with it. So. And then you see my second time I'm much faster. Nice effects when you hit the enemies, so that's definitely worth to play. Yeah, overall my what is my conclusion? So it has a mixed review conclusion or result at the moment on Steam. I think that's a €20 game. It's still in early access, and I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. So, and I would say if you're a Dark Souls fan and you're open to try some new Dark Souls, more action-orientated game, then I can only recommend you to check this out. So definitely check it out. And yeah, it's €20 early access, so it will develop more, and it looks like it will have a lot of levels. So it might not have the smart level design of a Dark Souls, but that's not the purpose, since it is I guess more orientated to a platformer, but only the fighting system is more related to Dark Souls. And yeah, played with the controller, of course. So played with the Xbox controller if you have one, or any other controller. I guess is also working. I only tried out with the Xbox Elite controller, and then you're going to have the most fun, the best results playing it. What is with those with those how you say the dialogues? The dialogues they're dark, they're a bit riddle puzzled. Well, I personally I couldn't care less about those dialogues. They don't really interest me, so that means I don't really know how the story of this game is. Does it really have a story? So here you see the 2D jump and run platformer element. Does it really have a story? I don't really care. So for this reason, so I mostly click forward. But I guess I was reading some of them, of course. But yeah, it's okay. It fits the game. The sound, the audio, the music is really cool. Well, sound effects definitely are good, but also I would say the background music is very nice. So I definitely enjoyed this. So it's very calming. So it's a game you just play and you feel calm. So it's not a Dark Souls. It has not the quality of a Dark Souls. Let's be honest also here, and this won't change. Probably not with full release, but it's already really good. It's very well made. So we should be. Yeah, we should really take this into account that it's an indie game as well. So. Alright, so what? Let's check. I'm checking here on the Steam store page if developer made some other games yet. So I don't see anything on the Steam store page, so I can't say anything about this. Yeah, to the overall mixed reviews on Steam. So people write, for example, Wizard Lolly writes, gives me a thumbs up after 2 hours. So I've played for a bit now. and I am very fond of the game so far. Of course, the game is in early access beta. I've already found a couple spots to get over invisible walls and get to areas where I'm not supposed to be yet. So far it's been a lot of fun for me. It has beautiful scenery and pretty nice music, so yeah, I agree, pretty nice music. Then Unseen Rakesh, also on the Steam store page, writes, I can only recommend this if you want to support the project. The game is very far from being a full release, but it looks very promising, so I have just seen a trailer and wanted to jump on immediately. What really stands out is the design of characters and world. A world filled with secrets and mystery, like any good Souls-like has it. And yes, Souls-like is, from the small part I played, the best comparison so far. Though I can't yet say too much about whatever the game will become until full release, I still want to say some things about the flaws which you might have to tolerate, mostly due to the status of early access. So, and then he is listing them. Slow animation, backsteps seem to take forever, not that many sounds besides some ambient music. If you try to climb mountains, you might fall through their walls and into your certain death. Enemies that are above you might become problematic, since you often can't hit them with your sword, and if you look on and try using magic, the camera actually looks down and not up. Camera might be glitch in objects, text boxes might not appear. But even though I found the game quite a few issues and half an hour, I still want to play more. I want to wait for patches and see become what this game is going to be. Alright, it's a nice review. So maybe let's check some negative review. This game, WBH writes, this game is beautiful, but that's all you're gonna get. It's straight up boring and the combat feels clunky. It's a shame. But it's very calm, so it's a tranquilizer game. So, but it's boring. I mean, some people like just enjoying a nice, calm game, and not like a game. It's not boring. No, I don't think it's boring. Definitely not. But I don't have to justify my opinion. So for this is clear. The Rabbit Man writes, the art and style of the game is breathtaking if you enjoy more artsy games, but the trade-off they did for such beauty is the playability. It looks good as you walk and run. The use of third person to side runner is done in a good way. From the visual component is that, but though its movement is terrible and slow with the little control, combat is difficult. Not Dark Souls like difficult, but more inability to fight. Okay. Azial writes, also negative review. This game is fun and I do believe it could be great if more work was put into it. So far I'm enjoying the game, but the bugs and glitches make it almost unplayable. There are many problems with combat, language settings and controls. I have actually had to play with an Xbox controller because the controls were so buggy. Overall it's fun, but with the bugs it's not worth the $25 price tag. So it's $20, $25. Difficult to say since I have euros here in Europe. This game has a lot of potential, and if you like Souls games, snag a copy. I would say it's... yeah, the reviews are mixed, but I read more positivity out of them. Mixed reviews, but with more positivity. And therefore I would also say I recommend this game, even at this stage. So for $20 euros, $25. I recommend this game to Dark Souls fans. If you're not a Dark Souls fan, or maybe then the game might not be for you, since it is a little bit more specific in this sense. But if you're a big Dark Souls fan, I'm sure you would enjoy this. Or you play even some 200-300 more hours Dark Souls, so it's still also amazing. But if you need something new, some new game, something fresh, maybe this platformer aspect is something fresh, so makes sense to check this out. Alright, my friend, so I thank you very much for watching. I'm leaving you here with some more gameplay and with me not talking. So enjoy the rest of the video, and yeah, check out also my other videos. Comment, like, subscribe, click the little bell, then you always see my newest videos that are coming up on the channel. So I make a lot of indie reviews, a lot of previews of different games coming up on Steam. So I mostly focus on Steam, but I also talk a lot about other topics related to the gaming industry. Alright, I'm out. See you the next time.